No problem.
All right. I do appreciate you guys being here today, especially you, Angela. I know you got a ton going on. I didn't even expect you to be here, so thanks.
Yeah, it's kind of like when I usually pause for lunch, but most of the time I work through lunch, so you just never know.
Yeah, we've talked about that. No, it's okay. I got my shake over here, so this is my lunch right now. Got to do what you got to do sometimes. All good.
Hmm.
All right. So, for the wellness community, that's where we're at right now. Emma, what is the actual group that you are desiring to build out? I'm going to go in here.
So it has gone back and forth. I've came to the conclusion I want to get my own community going because
Okay.
I want modules going for coaching and then wellness. But I just thought, you know what, it's going to be better all around. I'm going to be able to build out. And I'm actually, the last week and a half, I have worked on what you call it, bubble, like what I
No,
want to
you're,
build.
yeah, I'm totally visual. You guys see, I
Yep.
have a whiteboard over here. That's me.
Yeah.
I'm visual all the way. You should have seen me studying in PA school. Bubbles
Oh,
everywhere.
right. So I've been doing that, and I did talk with Matt, and because I want to do the coaching and the wellness coaching, like I just think it's better for me to do my own community and go out that way.
Okay. Lauren, what are your thoughts?
So my initial community is going to be limited for a 6 week group. So
Right.
I'm
I
going
saw that.
through a 6 week phases of education where I will be adding content and videos and discussions, but it will be for that time frame. So I'm not sure how that would fit in or how to or really how to structure that on the back end.
I think for you, it would need to be a one time payment, a one time. And then you have certain dates that people can come in. You control who's in and out of your group. Okay.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's what
So
it pay me
So
for.
after the 6 weeks, all you do is go in there and take everybody out
Right.
and bring new people in, and then they have to pay that one-time fee.
Yeah,
So you would basically have what I have in my course, right? Have you seen the Reclaim Your Life course on my based on my book
no.
that's in the community? You haven't browsed my community, Lauren? No,
Isn't it private, Jody?
the course is, but you can see it in the
Okay.
community. Yeah, you can see it. But anyway, yeah, the course is private, so that's exactly what I was getting at. So you would, if you're having a group that is 6 weeks and only 6 weeks, and you desire people to be out of that group afterward. Now, here's what I would propose to you. After the 6 weeks, have a subscription group that people can go to as well.
Like
Okay.
an accountability.
Because you don't just want to be done
Yeah.
with them, right?
Yeah, I wanna
Right, Angela? We don't just want to give you information and be done with you. So I'm helping Angela.
No.
So
No.
yeah, and you guys know, because 6 weeks it's just a jump start, right? Emma and I have talked about this. 30 days is
Oh,
a
yeah.
jump start. 6 weeks
Yeah.
is a jump start. So you
You don't
want to
get
have like
anything.
an ongoing kind of thing. Like right now, I have the accountability group where I have just a ton of topics that
Right.
I talk about all the time.
Here.
What's up?
So I have a question, like, because potentially I would want to do something like that, maybe like a 3 month course and then continuing accountability afterwards. So, but pulling, because I still want them to be able to have that information, but if there's anything, if there's anything added from the next, like, let's say 12 week, I don't want them to be able to comment on that because
See, that's what you guys are going to have to figure out because now for me, I wouldn't ever want to have like a start, stop, because that would just be too much work on my end, and I just don't want to deal with it. Like, I'll be honest with you. I got enough stuff going on. I want people to just be able to come in whenever they come in,
Okay.
right? That's me. That's just me. Okay.
It's less work, and I don't want to be like, oh, I gotta check this. Okay, switch it over. I gotta do
Right.
this. I gotta do that.
Yeah.
But
So
that
Lauren,
way-
what I would propose to you, since you're already marketing your 6-week thing, go ahead and do it. See how it goes. Maybe turn it into something like a subscription afterward.
I would like to, because I want to keep those people, and if I get referrals from those people, I'd like to have an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So how about maybe think of this? Maybe do it as a subscription group,
Right.
where they just pay, for that first month or whatever, but then they can keep coming back, and then you only have one group you have to manage.
Okay. Okay.
How does that sound? What does that sound like to you?
That sounds like kind of exactly what I want to be doing, because I don't want to lose it, nor do I want to have to pull back end again.
Right. So, and here's where I'll share an experience with you. When I've done group things like in Trainerize, right? Because I didn't have Convene way back when I started in Trainerize, right? So I was trying to be like everybody else. How do I fit in? How do I, help more people? How do I do this? Well, I wasn't supposed to fit in, first of all, but I didn't know that back then. So I'm like, okay, well, everybody else does like these, 6-week, 8-week, whatever. So I did like this 8-week thing, and some people finished, the majority did not. But guess what happened? They were gone after that. They were just gone. I didn't have any continuity at that point. So when you have like that timeline on there, then people in their mind think that that's all you want to work with them for. And this is feedback I've received from people in the past, because I wasn't thinking like that, right? So, but when you have a subscription group, now I have this ongoing thing, because you guys, Angela's been on there. There was one night she was the only one. It's just starting. Like, I'm literally just building it out. And because Convene is new, it's a little bit more legwork on our end, because people haven't seen the value yet, right? Like, when Angela starts getting paid for referring more people to my group, I guarantee you she's going to refer more people to the group. But she hasn't seen the value yet, and that's okay. I didn't either. I didn't see the value of Convene literally until a year in almost. And that's why, like, you hear Eugene and Matt, and they're like, yeah, Jody took forever. I did. I'm one of the most stubborn people. I didn't get the concept. I really didn't. It's kind of like, I was asking the questions that you were asking, Lauren, where it was like, well, how does this go together, right? When you were talking about To Be Epic, how does that go with your business? It's just a resource. So Matt kept having to say that over and over and over. Jody, it's a resource. Jody, it's a resource. Jody, it's a resource. You have a website, you have a Facebook, group, whatever. This is just a resource. And he probably said it 2,000 times before it finally clicked.
Yeah.
Because now look what I'm able to do in there. I'm able to mentor other coaches in there. I'm able to help people be healthier in there. I have a course based on my book that's in there, right? Like, now I have one place that I can go. I can engage with people. I don't have to be all over the place. And now I can do what I love, and that's help people, and then ask them to refer other people. And they get paid to refer other people, because I'm paying into the affiliate program, because I want my referrals to get paid. I used to do that before. Like, when people, I had this one guy, he sent his mom to me. I sent him a $75 gift card. Thank you. That means a lot to me.
Oh, wow.
It's like, you referred your mom? Thank you. And actually, the girl that I was just working with that's in New York, she's referred her mom to me.
Oh, wow.
That's huge to me. That means I must have done something right. Right? So the fact that Convene already has that built in, that's also less work for me, right? So now it's just word of mouth. If I want to grow my group out, I can't do it by myself. I've been trying to do that for years. First off, I hate social media. And I'm much better at just building organic relationships with people. I love people, like I love talking to people and learning about people. Why do you think I'm starting this podcast back up? I love to learn about people. So for me to just talk about what I do, that's boring to me. I don't like it. I would rather other people talk about what I do. If Angela goes up to somebody and says, Jody's helped me lose, how many pounds now, Angela?
22.
Jody's helped me lose 22 pounds in what, 2 months, I think, maybe?
Yep.
2 months. And all I did was go to her house and teach her a little bit about nutrition and how to read labels. It wasn't hard. It wasn't rocket science.
Exactly.
I told her to drink more water, make sure she ate, like move, right? Walk to, she's got fibromyalgia, walk to the end of your driveway. Now how far are you walking? How far are you able to walk now?
I can actually go all the way to the entrance of the subdivision, out to the street, and then back, and I'm fine.
That's awesome. That's awesome. When she tells that story, that's way more impactful than me saying, oh, I'm a health coach. I can help you with nutrition. I'm a personal trainer.
Right. Yep.
Or when my other client, Brittany, I don't know if you guys saw that testimony she did, she had me in tears. When people say those things, that is way more impactful than any marketing that you and I are going to be able to do ever. You can skip the Facebook ads. You can skip the freaking, you know what I'm saying?
Stories.
That's true.
You can, you do all that, right? Like we still do it. It's not like we just get rid of it. But when we have those people that are marketing for us, if Angela can help me bring, I got a huge goal, you guys. Like I've never had anything where I could say, I want 1,000 people. Never. I didn't even want that in my Facebook group because that's too much. But now I can do that. I can do breakout rooms. I can do Zoom. We can do all those things, right? So there's no limit at that point. The discussion continues. Now I got these people that I'm helping. Now they're able to engage with each other. That's even better. When you guys, like Emma and Lauren, when you guys jump on and you're and Emma, when you were helping everybody, thank you, Lord. Like, because now I don't have to be it. Right? Because when you're the only one doing it, y'all know, Angela, like that's exhausting. It's exhausting. It really is. That's why I've almost quit a few times. It's exhausting when you're trying to do it all by yourself. Yes, so that's the main thing about it. So Emma, I think it's a great idea to have a community if that's what you want to do, if you're already, formulating that out. Lauren, if you just want to start with a group and start there, you can build it in the wellness community. I started in the wellness community. I was the wellness community leader. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. It took me, a year and a half to finally say, okay, Matt, I'm ready to jump. I'm ready to move out of my way.
Let's talk about that. So inside of that wellness community, I can break out and have my own thing, but will that umbrella of the wellness community will it impact what people see?
So okay, Matt's coming back. Oh, perfect timing. So here's what Lindsay and I talked about. Okay, Angela, you don't know Lindsay, but she's one of the other coaches. She's down in South. Well, she's about 3 hours from me. Hey, Matt.
Hello.
So Matt is the founder of Convene.
Really?
So she's actually in my accountability group. She's amazing person, amazing soul that I know from church. I've been able to help her a little bit, and she's also a business owner. So I'm glad that she was able to hop on. But Lauren just asked a question. Okay, so this is what I'm going to answer your question, Lauren, because I don't want it to get forgotten, and maybe Matt can jump in a little bit too. Okay, so Lindsay kind of said the same thing when it came to the To Be Epic platform. She was like, Jody, when I go to my name, it's not just my programs. So people are now saying they can't find it or that doesn't make any sense. People don't understand collaboration, obviously. Okay, so the main thing to remember is if you have a group in the wellness community, it's your job to get people to that group, right? Now, are you going to be the only wellness coach inside the wellness community? No, you're not. But that's okay. You're not the only coach inside of To Be Epic, right? But it's okay. And we have to get away from listening to other people, because believe me, I've been doing it and I've done it, where other people are saying, oh, well, you shouldn't be doing that. Oh, you shouldn't be doing that. Well, if you get your mind around what this actually is and how collaboration actually works, it's amazing. Because Lauren, I'm sorry, but not everybody's going to want to work with you, right? Not everybody wants to work with me. That's okay. Now I can say, okay, well, I got, my great friend over here, Lauren, she's doing this. Go check her out and see if she's a good fit. I got Emma over here. She's building out a community. She does all kinds of stuff. Hey, go check her out and see if she's a good fit. Because what did I tell you guys when you joined me? I said, it's not about me and I'm promoting you guys.
It's not.
I could care less about getting clients right now.
Right.
But you know what? I'm still getting them just because I don't care. Maybe that helped. I don't know. Now I'm getting really great people. I wasn't even trying. I'm like, no, I don't want anybody else. But I'm getting a couple of people, and people who want to compete, people who want to actually do what I love to do, and I didn't advertise that. I didn't say that, hey, I can help you get on stage. But Emma, you asked, right? I got another guy, he's trying to get on stage. I wasn't even saying any of that. So the more I moved out of the way and the more I started helping other people, I actually saw an Instagram post on this earlier where it was the more we help other people, the more we can do and the more valuable we are in the marketplace. So hopefully that answers your question a little bit, Lauren. Does that?
Yes. I think I'm still grappling with the friction. I want this to be as frictionless as possible for new people that I've never worked with before. I want it to be streamlined, as easily understood as someone who has never seen it before as possible, because I'd like to retain people.
Can I ask you something?
Yeah.
How streamlined was it for you when I introduced you to it?
To be honest, it took a second, because I don't think the whole website, the whole platform is ready for the masses, and that's okay. I think
it's ready. It's ready. It's just we have to do a little bit of extra work. It's very ready, believe me, because I'm in the back end of it now. It's very ready. It's ready to, and Matt will tell you, like, he feels good about it now.
And let me jump on that. Go ahead. You can go, Emma.
Go ahead, Emma.
I was just going to say, if you want directly, I would make sure that your newcomers have like the link for the Convene community, so you can have them directly go in there and understand Convene a little bit more, and then have your direct link and make sure your name's in the wellness.
Have you seen my link tree?
Yeah.
If you go to Linktree, it's the first one, right? That's my community. Well, before it was the wellness community.
Okay.
Right. And you're just like I told Lindsay too. Your programs have your name on them, right? Emma. When you go to the To Be Epic platform now, Emma's program has Emma's name on it. Mm-hmm. Lindsay's program has Lindsay's name on it. There's the other blanket ones that everybody can use, right? But you guys your stuff has your name on it. Now, does it take a little bit? Matt will say this all the time. When Facebook first started, nobody knew how to use it. Did they? I don't know. I wasn't even on there for like a few years after it started, so I don't really know. But nobody really knew how to use it. Like I did, MySpace, I think it was.
I was just going to say, can't we go back to MySpace?
And I didn't even understand MySpace that much. So there's always going to be that little bit of learning curve, right? But that's why it's up to us. Like me and Matt have got on and done videos, right? Like I'll do a video with you. I'm sure Matt will come on and help you do a video. And that's the thing too. Like the more we work together, the more we can show people how easy it really is, because people make it hard. That's the problem. It's like people, it's not what they're used to.
That's
right?
what it is. All used to the three big platforms, and anything else is too much to figure out.
Exactly. But then once they learn it, right? Like once I learned it, when I'm sure Matt's pretty happy now because he's like, thank God she finally got it. Once I learned it, it was like, okay, now I get it. Now I see it. And the more I started seeing the value in it, now I can communicate that to other people and I get excited about it. Probably not as excited as Matt does, but almost, right?
Right. So I'll say a couple of things to the point is that, Lauren, we have a big update coming that's going to be any day. I just got off the phone with my programmer. So we have a big update that streamlines it even more coming in and out because we do recognize that we need to streamline it. We need to drive people into it. The messaging when you come into it is being streamlined, giving people what they need very simply. On the dashboard where you go to, we're going to have updated training and short videos that say, okay, hey, here's where where you go. This is all the information that you need. And then it'll have the same thing about getting in and out of your groups. There is actually a feed coming, almost like a Facebook feed, not necessarily like a Facebook feed, because we're not going to be like, Facebook and other social media. So we're doing some things in this next big update that we have that really streamline things. Back to a little bit of Jody's point, the one thing is this is not Facebook, it's not Instagram, it's not Twitter, it's not meant to be. It's supposed to be a site that where you can connect and you can collaborate all in one spot, right? So what we try to do is give you the group or the community that where you can have discussion boards. We're all used to discussion boards, right? Where you can do group announcements. Well, we're all used to either using emails to send out a group message or using WhatsApp or whatever. Now it's all included in there. Blogs. We like to write blogs. You can do blogs in there. Facebook or like not Facebook, but a website. So if you don't have a website, that's what the information page is. And then you can have unlimited groups, unlimited. So you're not, stop. Emma and I were talking about this the other day. I was explaining this to her in a back and forth message. Once you're in, you can create unlimited groups. So you can go to all the different areas of your expertise and keep continuing to make groups. So, we've tried to put all the tools in one place, and then you just decide and you get to where you want to understand and do it. Hey. And so that's one of the things that we're doing. Like in the new, when the new update comes out, there'll be a video that if people will just stop and watch the video, they're going to be 1,000 times ahead of where they are, because people jump in and then people are like, well, wait a minute, this isn't Facebook. This isn't, where's my feed? Why am I, we're used to the quick hits now. That's not what this is meant to be. This is meant to be where people are going to be very successful with this is when they create collaborative groups. And when they're doing the Zoom calls like this, and then they're saying, hey, go in and take this syllabus, or go in and take this experience, or go in and, go to the discussion board. That's what it's all meant to be. So it's meant to, for us as coaches or collaborators, it's meant to give you that one-stop shop with no algorithms, no problems. And, the anonymity.
Yeah, Angela, I know. Angela she's the one, I think I told you, it's been a while now, but they shut her down. Like she couldn't do her live videos on Facebook.
Yeah, they just do it whenever it's like I had somebody pop into my live show and I knew it was a scammer or whatever. And I kicked them out, but because they come in, you get all kinds of people, but they come in and a lot of people will, if they start buying stuff real fast, you already know they're not really buying. They're just trying to hijack your shows and different things like that. So we kick them out. But this person got kicked out. I finished my show, no problem. And Facebook totally shut me down because their system recognized that I guess was a hacker or something. And so it took them 3.5 weeks, I think, to work through that. And that whole time I could not go live. And that was how I was making my money, doing live shows, and I couldn't go live. I'm like, this is crazy. It was absolutely ridiculous.
So Matt, Angela does she has jewelry, right? So and I've bought a few little pieces from her. So I showed her, there was the small business community. I didn't know, where that would really go, but I know that there's no limit to where, she could be.
Yeah, there's a couple of communities that are sitting in, they're archived right now. We have the coming soon. You can see some communities that are sitting in coming soon, but we also have some that are archived that are sitting behind the scenes that all we have to do is just bring them back in. But there's a fashion community.
Yes.
That's right.
And it's sitting there. And Emma, there's a volleyball community that's sitting there. So there's really nothing, I don't want to say there's nothing because, off the table. There is things that are off the table. But
we do have to be kind of careful.
But, the site is built for people to take it and run in whatever direction they want to. There's a community for everything out there, so it's just bringing people together in a community base. And we talked about this a little bit earlier. One of the big things, if you go and you look at like Kajabi, you look at Thinkific, you look at all these different platforms, right? Well, one of the things that we've tried to do here is to bring you into a community-based site, what Jody was talking about earlier. Now you can have the Kajabi, or you can be out here by yourself on an island by yourself. Or it's an abundance versus scarcity mindset, right? The abundance mindset is what Jody was talking about. If I can bring people in to the wellness community, if Jody can bring people into the wellness community, there's a bunch of coaches. Well, maybe I'm in it. I want to do stuff with powerlifting. I don't really want to do what Jody wants to do, but then Jody can say, hey, go over here and work with my coach here. Or work with, because everybody has their different kind of take on how they do things and their different slant. So as people look around and Jody refers me over to whoever it is that does powerlifting within that area. Well, if that person's given a referral fee, when people wrap their mind around the referral fees and how they could work, then, I might go take somebody else's course or join somebody else's group. Jody's still going to get paid. Because now it might not be through her direct.
In my sleep.
Yeah, in your sleep, you're going to get, and then what happens in the community mindset, for example, I'll use Eugene Brown as an example. He teaches, day trading and how to invest in the stock market. So people go in, they take his stuff a lot. Well, they might come into the wellness community or the Jody Watkins community. Jody doesn't say, go check out Eugene. I just go do it by myself because I'm looking at the other communities.
Right.
And if I buy Eugene's course, guess what? He pays a referral fee. It goes back over to Jody, So the referral fees, as we build this up and we really start to grow it, people are going to be making money off what they do, but they're going to be making money off of the referral fees that come from Emma's volleyball, teaching volleyball coaches how to do it. So it's a big part of how we do it. And then if you recognize, we have Facebook, we have Twitter on there. We have LinkedIn. Now you can go and you can share people's groups, communities, all that. So if I recognize,
I'll show you real quick.
Yeah.
I'll share it real quick.
Okay.
Up here.
So that's big.
That's what he's
not
talking.
Not those, Jody. Go to.
You're talking about if I go to information?
Yeah, those are my links.
My bad.
Those. So click on that. Click on that Facebook.
Here, I'll do Facebook.
So it'll pop up. It should pop up. And
right
then
here.
what ends up happening, we can't see it.
You can't see it? Here, I'll tell you what. Let me do this again.
So if Jody shares that link, she's sharing, that wellness community link right there. If anybody clicks on it and comes in, that has her affiliate, her referral name attached to it. So if I click on it from Facebook and I come in, then I'm a member from Jody.
That's why I invited a bunch of podcasters and I had my affiliate link. So if any of those podcasters, once they start seeing the value and I do the interviews with them and stuff like that, and we start talking more and I do calls like this, right? And I can start showing them, then if they build out groups or paid groups or whatever, even the guy that is producing mine, I said, hey, what if you could teach other people how to do this and get paid for it? Right? Because he knows his stuff. He's been doing it for years. And so I'm looking at hopefully bringing him in so he can teach people the right way for podcasting and things like that. Because Lord knows I had to learn a lot of hard things and I had to figure out what worked for me. you know, because it was basically, I mean, I didn't quit, just like health, right? It's like it, you know, you just kind of keep going. But if I had had somebody come in and say, hey, do this first, or hey, this works and this doesn't work,
Right.
oh my God, that would have saved me so much time, right? But I didn't have that. So I just had to kind of figure it out. But it's the same thing with health, right? Like what happened, Angela, when you made that post? That she made a Facebook. Do you mind if I share, Angela?
No, I don't know.
Okay. She made a Facebook post and basically her hemoglobin A1C levels were super high and you were what? They said you were pre-diabetic, right? At that point?
No, it didn't move to diabetic.
It had moved to diabetic. There we go. And so she posted that on Facebook. I'm not on Facebook a whole lot, but I happened to see that one because I think she was one of my favorites. And so it came at the top. And I saw some of the stuff that people were telling her.
Mm-hmm.
And I immediately messaged her. And I mean, I don't even know exactly what I said, but I was just like, hey, let me know when you got some time. I want to help you. Because these people are going to kill you. Like, I didn't say that, but it's like, you know, when, and Lauren and Emma, you guys know, like, there's so many people out there giving some misinformation
Right.
when it comes to health that can literally take people down.
Yeah.
And they're already dealing with health issues. So now you want to make them even more unhealthy?
Right.
You know, so that's the thing. It's like, so we're all here to make health, to streamline health, right? Like all the things and we're all of these coaches that are with me right now, we all kind of believe in the same stuff, which is why it's good. Right. You know, but we have different approaches. Like Matt was saying, we have different approaches though. So, you know, some people are going to be a better fit for Lauren. Some people are going to be a better fit for Emma. Maybe some people will be a better fit for me. I don't know. So, you know, we're all working together. And like Matt was saying, you know, if Lauren refers somebody to me or Emma refers somebody to me, they get paid. If I refer somebody to Lauren or Emma, I get paid, right? And it's not always about getting paid, but we got to pay our bills.
Right.
I was giving stuff away for years, and that's why I'm paying off credit cards now, right? Like, because we can only give so much away before it's like, wait. And Matt knows this too. So we've talked about it.
Yeah,
you know?
I tend to give it away. Yeah.
And then you start looking like, oh crap, I got to generate some income.
What other questions or comments or concerns can I help you guys with?
Yeah, you got the founder here now, so ask.
Let's go back to like the nitty gritty of these groups. So back to like where I'm going to be under the wellness group, there will be my group. So like you just showed us those links to the socials, are those going to be specific to me, or are they going to be specific to the wellness leader, the woman who runs wellness?
Okay, so I'm going to share real quick. So they're specific to you.
Wow.
Or
right? I told you, Emma.
Yeah, or whatever group that you're in. So I can go into Jody's right here. I'm in the podcasting community. And let's say I think, well, Breaking Barriers, this is a great podcast. This is awesome. I love it. I think this podcast can make so many different, such a difference in people's lives. So if I share it, I'm sharing, y'all tell me if you can see it, if it pops up, right?
Yeah, I did.
Breaking Barriers. So I'm sharing her podcast. I'm sharing Jody's group. And so but it's my referral link is attached to it. So it's when the person comes into Convene, that's what's important. When they sign up for Convene, if they've used my referral link, then wherever they go, that referral link, if that person doesn't have to give a referral fee, but wherever they go, no matter what community, no matter what group, I brought them to Convene. So that's what makes a big difference there. So to your point, Lauren, if this is your group and you want to share your group, that's what you can share communities with the referral, with the links, the Facebook link, Twitter, and LinkedIn. You can share any group. You can share any experience.
Yes.
So now it becomes pretty powerful, right? Because now if somebody has something, a group in some other community, and let's say there was Angela, I met Angela, we met at church, and I know there's a fashion community, and I know that's what she's into. Well, guess what community I'm going to invite her to? I'm going to invite her to the fashion community. Does me no good. It does me no good to invite her to my investing community if she's not interested in investing. So that's the point with the community base. I'm going to go into the communities and I'm going to say, well, Angela's interested in, whatever community it is. So let's just say, well, let's just make this up. Let's say that this one, Bookshelves and Inkwells, was the one, the fashion community. Then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go get this link, and I'm either going to copy the link and send it to her via email. I'm going to put it in the email, put it wherever, or I'm going to, I could do it via Facebook or whatever. But
like I text them too. And that's,
text it or whatever.
Because actually, I was at church yesterday, and Angela, Cynthia, I helped her get her stuff on there too. But so I just texted her the link, and she was able to get right in. So yeah, it's definitely a whole lot easier than we make it out to be.
Correct. And once you get in here and play with it, and you're using it and all that, I can come in here to Bookshelves and Inkwells, and I can say, I know that one of you guys are a writer, and I could say, you know what, I think Emma, you might be interested in this, why write? And I can say, okay, let me send this experience to you. Same thing. I just go in and click it, and boom, I send it to you. When you come in, you've been brought in by me to Convene.
And you can put your referral links in Instagram too. We were all talking about that because I think that was a question for Instagram. So Instagram doesn't allow us to do links per se, but you can put it in your bio. So you can actually copy the link and put it in your bio. So if you say you post something in Instagram and about that specific, so Lauren, when you're marketing your group right now and you're posting in Instagram, once you have that referral link, you post that in your bio. Hey, click the link in my bio, right? What's up, Emma?
Yeah, because Instagram does not have the capability for us to do this yet. They'll probably get it
eventually.
Checking back, but they don't have it yet. So did that answer the question, Lauren?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So again,
Emma had her hand up, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Convene has a lot to it, which is great. But once you get in there and you start to understand it, you'll be like, really?
That's what happened with me. That light bulb went on, but I had to keep coming back to the calls, right? Like Matt, I had to keep coming back to the Monday night show. There was a point where I wasn't showing up to the Monday night calls consistently because I took on another thing that probably shouldn't have, but it's all good. Live and learn. Yeah. But I wasn't able to come on to the Monday night calls. So I didn't get it because I wasn't able to, I wasn't showing up. I wasn't messing around with it. I wasn't putting the time and effort into it to actually learn it. And so when we start doing that, like once I started doing that and showing up more and actually taking that 15, 20, 30 minutes a day to actually, now I got it. And once that light bulb came on, now I'm like, oh yeah, I can do a whole lot here.
Let me ask one more question, then Emma, get to your question. Who wants to coach coaches or coach people how to do something? All right. So that's one of the most powerful things about Convene. Like if you're going to teach others to do something, because that's where that collaborative group comes in. You bring in people into a call and you say, okay, we're recording this. Go after this, go to the meeting, and I'll put more in there. So that collaborative piece, it becomes important. Or if you're coaching individuals and you want to drive them to more specific training, okay, go do this, go do this post or this experience or whatever, and then we will talk about it in the our next training session or whatever. So again, it's that collaboration. And then when I go through your training and then I say, well, I got a question, I don't really understand, and you want to teach people. It's not just about Jody posting on the discussion board. Any one of you guys can post in her discussion board. It's not just her. So if you got a comment or a question or something that's good for the group, go and post in the discussion board. There's a lady named Lisa Herring who teaches Social Security and disability benefits. And a lot of people ask her questions. She will not even answer them. She'll say, go to the discussion board and post it. So everybody.
What if I started doing with you guys, Lauren and Emma? It's the same thing, right? I'll be like, can you post that? Or like Lindsay the other day, I was like, can you post that on the discussion board? Because that's the thing. It's like, if we're not using it, then, nobody's going to see that stuff. So, but yeah, it's definitely, it makes it makes it a whole lot easier because, like, for me, this is my third time trying to onboard coaches. And of course, I didn't have the right people before. So there was that. But now I have the right people. And yeah, I had to learn it a little bit too. So I appreciated them kind of being patient with me because I had to, I never had a back office inside of here. So I was learning how to build that out. But now that I have it, I mean, and Angela, I know you can't see this group normally because or you might be able to see it, but it's a private group. But this is where I have the coaches stuff. And so I'm coaching them over here. Like I'm doing business development. I'm teaching them how to use the other app that we use for personal training, management. I got an advisory board building out now. I've never had this stuff. And it's all in one place. So it's easy communication. I'm teaching them, business development, value your time, whatever, time management. Well, I'm big on time management. So, but yeah, like I'm able to do all that in one place. And so now I'm able to coach other coaches. And what they didn't know, and we talk about a lot now, is what they didn't know is when they came and they raised their hand and said, yeah, I'm here. Now I got this huge other platform called Convene Communities that now you get to build your personal brand in, and it's even more massive than you even thought it could be. So now we can use the platform that I have for our one-on-one clients, but we can teach groups inside of Convene, which is amazing.
So real quick, is there any other questions for me? I got a 1 o'clock that I got to get on. Emma, I don't know if you have questions, but we have two great communities. I think these are awesome communities that are coming. One is called Uniquely Yours. One is called Uniquely You.
I told them about that at the beginning.
Yeah. Uniquely Yours is parenting. I have a master's degree in counseling. So we have a physician's assistant and school teacher. We're working on it together. A lot of people are coming to these communities. So it's parenting.
There's going to be a lot of nutrition stuff too, because the children with disabilities is a lot of it's nutrition. So
you got anything for me? Anything else before I jump?
Anybody got any questions?
No, thanks, Matt.
Yeah, thank you. It's really nice to meet you guys. Nice to meet you, Angela. Nice to meet you, Lauren.
When Matt comes back to my accountability group, you'll see him more, Angela. When he comes
literally have been, Angela, I've been wanting to come. I'm a pilot also. So I'm in Indianapolis right now.
I'm just throwing darts at him.
Just flew people in for the national championship, and I'm waiting for them to call me and say, I got 2 tickets for you. Cause
exactly.
Oh, wow.
$500 a piece. Yeah. Ooh. But yeah, so it is freezing in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Matt. I appreciate you jumping on.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Guys. Yeah. Anytime you got questions, hit me up. Lauren, Angela, that's for you guys as well. So
thank you.
Talking to you more.
Appreciate that.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye, Matt.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to